How to start a cupcake business from home. So if you are a cupcake connoisseur and you have the passion to make cupcakes, did you know that you can actually do a business from home? And I'm going to show you in detailed explanation of how to make $5,400 a month minimum or even more by creating your own cupcake business from home. And the great thing is, much of what you already need for this, as far as the biggest investment being your oven and maybe a few other pieces of equipment, you may already have at home. So the investment's going to be much lower. So let's dive into how to make a cupcake business successful. So this is going to be the business aspect of it. I'm not going to throw out some imaginary nonsense about how to do this and how to do that. I'm going to give you the step-by-step on how to do just this. I actually operate in my basement a baking business that has brought in over 1.2 million so far on Amazon. So my name is Damian Roberti, and I am a food entrepreneur. My wife and I have been in the food entrepreneur business for 13 plus years. I used to run an Italian bakery retail storefront that had cupcakes, pastries, gelato, panini sandwiches, you name it. So I know what I'm talking about when I give you this information. Step number one, let's get right to the point. Market research and a business plan. Let's get this right out of the way. This is going to be the business aspects that you need to take into consideration before you start making and baking and pricing your cupcakes. Number one, market research. So identifying your target market and analyzing competitors. You want to understand your customer preferences, not just some random group of people who want to eat specifically cupcakes or like cupcakes. Find a specific demographic. If you're going to make a certain type of cupcake, because there's all kinds, you want to know who your target market is in terms of flavor, pricing, and even purchase habits. And next up, number two is going to be the business plan. You want to draft a detailed business plan. Now, let me explain to you the importance of this, because I did not make one, unfortunately, when I launched my first business, the Italian bakery. And to be honest with you, it is an important document, not just to get loans or to get financing or credit. It's very crucial for your business for you to understand your business concept, market analysis, sales strategies, financial objectives, and projections, and your operational plan itself. So sitting down and drawing up a business plan with these specific information in mind will give you a good, solid understanding on paper, which is very important, of where you want to take this business and how you can get to $5,400 a month or even more. Now, step two, these are going to be the legal structure and permits aspect. Now, number one, choose a legal structure. So you want to decide whether your business will be a sole proprietorship, a partnership, or an LLC, or even a corporation. Now, the one that I recommend the most, an LLC, is popular for small businesses due to the liability protection and the flexibility of tax filing. I myself, to give you my own honest experience, I initially started our Italian bakery as an LLC. My accountant said it is the most simplest way to do it because they also pass any of the earnings through your own Social Security. It's called a pass-through taxation. This allows you the opportunity to not get so technical and get so complicated. So if you make $100,000 a year and you spend $50,000 on expenses, you made $50,000, well, then that's the profit. That gets passed through and you get taxed, plain and simple. Now, of course, I'm not an accountant, but I'm going to give you my own experience because I've done this for 14 years straight. So you want to definitely, I think, go for the LLC. Next up is a business name registration. Register your business name with your state government. Okay. You need to also make sure that that name isn't taken. It's very important. There's a lot of names out there that people come up with and they want to create an LLC, but you need to make sure that that name is not taken. So you need to name registration is the next step. Number three, employer identification number. This is known as the EIN. Okay. You want to obtain an EIN from the IRS for tax purposes. You can, by the way, you can get that for free. Go over to the IRS website and apply for your EIN. Now, I'll have a couple links, by the way, really quick in the description section that will take you to websites where you can actually create your own LLC. And many of them actually will give you and apply for the EIN at the same time, guys, okay, to make it super simple. Number four, permits and licenses. This is where you want to be very cautious. Depending on your location, you may need a business license, which you will, 99.9% of the time. You're going to need a food handler's permit and a health department permit. You want to contact your local health department in the city specifically where you live, where you're going to operate, okay? Number three, step three is startup costs and financing. Now, if you're going to do this from home, like I said, the majority of your expenses are already taken care of. You don't need to go rent a commercial kitchen to do it, okay? Most of the cottage food laws, by the way, in almost every single state will allow cupcakes. Those are an item that's 99.9% of the time allowed. I don't know of actually any state that won't allow you to do cupcakes. Now, frostings and icings and certain things like that, because of time and temperature, you may have to adjust your recipes, but the majority of the time you can do this at home. That is, I was about to tell you, the estimated startup costs. So this is for a big time one. So if you include expenses for like kitchen equipment, ingredients, legal fees, branding, marketing, into packaging. For a small operation, it could be between $10,000 to $50,000. You do not need that when you start. You can start at home in your kitchen, and you can start making these things with a lot less of an investment. Now, the other great thing is that the minimal investment means that if it doesn't work out, you don't really lose a lot of money, right? Now, there's other financing. Now, here's another part of it, financing. So you can explore financing options, such as even like your personal savings you want to put into it, maybe loans from family and friends, small bank loans, and small business grants. Now, stay away from loans that have interests, because if you're going to start a cupcake business, a successful home-based cupcake business, you don't want to take out a loan on something you don't know for sure is going to work, because if it doesn't work, you still have the loan and you still have the interest, right? So you're paying for something that's obviously not bringing money in. Step number 4, kitchen space and equipment. All right, so kitchen space. You want to decide if you will operate from your home kitchen, which I recommend, rent a commercial kitchen space, which is feasible, or open a storefront, which is a huge investment. Now, each option, of course, does have different regulatory requirements too, with different permits and licenses and insurance. So keep that in mind. But I would highly recommend you start from home, okay? And then use a small space to build a big idea. And then from there, you can transition to renting maybe even a commercial kitchen. Then when you're beginning making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a week or so, and even $50,000, $60,000 a month, then you can buy your own storefront. Next up is equipment. So you can purchase equipment or lease necessary equipment like ovens or mixers or baking pans and display pieces. Now, of course, those are going to be for retail storefronts if you want to go that route. Or you can stick with what you already have. And again, minimally invest in this business. Step number 5. Now, stay with me, by the way. At the end, I'm going to break down, you will be shocked of how many you have to sell to actually achieve 5,400. And it's not that undoable. It's actually pretty reasonable. That's why I said you could be making even more than this. Step number 5, sourcing ingredients and packaging. Now, suppliers, you want to establish relationships with suppliers for high quality ingredients. Try to source them as close to your house as possible, because if you buy them online, the shipping could be very expensive. A 50-pound bag of flour, 60 pounds of sugar, I mean, these things add up. So you want to consider local sourcing for freshness and, of course, cost savings. Next up is packaging. Design attractive and functional packaging. This you can actually get done if you haven't done it before on Fiverr, fiverr.com. You can actually get somebody to help design the packaging for you at a very reasonable cost, minimal investment again. Step number 6, branding and online presence. Now, this is extremely important. Things like logo and branding, okay? Let's talk about that. Create a logo and branding materials that reflect your business personality, which would be you, and appeal to your target audience. So a lot of times you see a lot of bright colors, pastel colors, easy to read text and fonts. Those are the types of things that get people's attention. Next up is your website. You want to build a professional website with an online store to facilitate your online orders. Now, believe it or not, you can actually have an online store, even an online website, if you're selling from home under cottage food laws. Many states allow you to take orders online. Now, I'm not sure if you know that or not, but it makes it very convenient. Number 7, step 7, marketing and sales. Okay, so a marketing plan. You want to develop a marketing plan that includes online advertising, social media marketing, potentially on Facebook and in local groups, email marketing, and even local promotions within your city or county. Sales channels. You want to sell through various channels. You can sell on all markets, farmers markets, local cafes, catering events. It's going to be dependent upon your cottage food laws, but many of these avenues are actually available for everybody. Step number 8, operations and management. Now, of course, that may be kind of a big concept when you're starting from home, but you need to think about it because you will grow very fast. Production plan, you want to develop a production plan that ensures efficiency and quality. So once you do start using your home-based kitchen and you are at home, you want to develop a plan because you have other responsibilities too, I'm sure. So you want to make sure that you're producing these in times that make sense for you. Inventory management. So you want to implement an inventory management system. This can actually be done. Many of the websites online now have built-in inventory programs, software that's built into the websites that help you actually keep track of this. Step number 9, financial management. So pricing strategy. Of course, I'm going to dive into that in 1 second. I'm going to explain to you how this works. Set prices that, of course, cover the cost and desired profit margins, but you want to consider the cost of ingredients, overhead, market rate, and your labor. To be honest with you at first, I would recommend forget the majority of that, except for ingredients and packaging, because it can be very tricky and kind of frustrating figuring out labor and how much electricity you're using and all of that nonsense. In a moment, I'm going to dive into the pricing. Next up is bookkeeping and accounting. Definitely maintain accurate financial records. You want to consider using accounting software or, even hire an accountant or a professional to keep track of it. It's definitely worth it because if you start this as a business, you need to make sure that you follow all the tax rules and regulations. Last but not least, step 10. scaling, and growth. Now, you want to evaluate your performance. So regularly review financial and sales data to assess your performance with your business. Expand your product line. Don't get stuck with like 3 different flavors. If you can make 3 flavors, you can actually make 300. Now, am I saying right out of the gate, make that many? No. But over time, you will add to your product line. I highly recommend it. I started my business online. I think we had about 10 or 12 items, and we now have 300 plus. Next up, explore new markets. So you want to look into expanding to new local locations, okay? You want to increase your online sales channels as well. That could be something that potentially as you get into a new kitchen or expand, it would be another avenue where you can bring more money in. So final thoughts before we dive into how to price and how to make $5,400 a month. Starting a cupcake business requires careful planning, of course. You have a dedicated, passionate excitement about baking. Well, why don't you make money with it? It's important to comply, of course, with all legal and health regulations. Understand your customer and your market. Now, while the journey may be a little bit challenging, the reward of building a successful cupcake business can be extremely profitable and much more rewarding. All right, so now you've waited to the end, and I'm going to break down for you how to make $5,400. So here's how we do this. So to achieve monthly sales of $5,400 from your cupcake business, you need to break down your revenue goals into number of cupcakes you'll need to sell, obviously. Number 1, determine your average price per cupcake. First, decide on the average selling price of your cupcakes. This can vary based on factors like ingredient cost, customer willingness to pay, and competition. For simplicity reasons, I'm going to break it down for you this way. Let's say that you plan to sell a cupcake for $3. This is a pretty reasonable price that balances affordability for the customer at a premium quality. So to calculate the number of cupcakes you will need to sell each month to reach $5,400, check out this formula here. Now, $3 daily sales. Daily sales target, assuming that 30 days are in a month. To make your goal more manageable, you can break it down into daily targets. For 1,800 cupcakes per month, this would be approximately 60 cupcakes per day for 30 days, bringing you to 1,800 cupcakes in 30 days. That itself brings in $5,400. But wait, there's more. Weekly sales target. Let's say in a week, on a weekly basis, assuming there's 4 weeks in a month, you would aim for 450 cupcakes per month. That equals 1,800 cupcakes and $5,400 in sales. Now, you might be thinking, 60 cupcakes a day, Damien, that sounds a little crazy. It actually isn't. That's like a birthday, by the way. A birthday of kids with 30 to 60 cupcakes easily. Or a couple of birthdays, or a corporate event, or a business office that's celebrating. All of these different ways and different ways to attract customers can create easily 60 cupcakes per day, probably more. Some cupcakes, maybe you'll sell a little bit less. Some days you're going to sell a tremendous amount. So 60 cupcakes a day, that's literally nothing. That's next to nothing. Trust me. Being in the business that I've been in, we have orders for sometimes like chocolate pretzels that are even 1,000 pretzels. And if I was trying to make a target of 60 pretzels a day, that's literally like half of the month right there. So breaking down the sales of $5,400 a day is not hard to do. You just need to understand how to find the customers, market your product, and make it. Plain and simple. So if you want to put the work in, it's doable. So that is how you make $5,400 a month in cupcakes. If you've got questions or comments about this, let me know down below. I'll see you on our next video.